Black women. If you look at reports like the Brookings Institute that is detailing that Black women would be wanting to date and marry Black men is keeping them rooted to poverty. It is making Black men very arrogant and narcissistic because of
what? Okay, that I literally covered this off a few weeks ago, where it says, first of all, people who not only date but marry young and stay married young are the most financially well off. Again, people who marry and stay married are the most financially well off. This society was based upon families. Think about it. You think about how people get taxed when they're married versus when they're single, and then you think about having homes, things like that. Again, this society was set up for families, marriages, with the assumption people are going to have families. So I don't know what she's choosing. I don't know what she's pulling from. I addressed this since literally one of my wives, like I think a month or two ago, but that's just not true. And did you guys not hear about the report that came out recently about how Black women are at the highest rate of evictions? Black women are the most likely to be evicted. There's another report that came out that said, you know who else is the most likely to be evicted? You know who else is at the most risk for homelessness? Single mothers. Black women, again, have the highest rate of single motherhood. So it's like, what are we even talking about? Like, all of the reports, all the data out there says the exact opposite. It says if you choose to be a baby mama, and if you choose to make especially kids with a man that already has other baby mamas, you're likely going to be on the struggle bus, like upset and mad. Nowhere in there did I ever read anything that said that marrying another person, two people coming together, maybe bringing together their different resources, whatever it may be, two people coming together to build a family is going to impact negatively their financial portfolio. Never seen that. Now, if you want to talk about divorce, that's a whole different issue. And even at that point, usually men get screwed over men get screwed over more. So it's like, no matter how you shape it or look at it, no, women are not being hurt by marriages like that. Now, if you marry a pookie, if you marry a dude that ain't worth nothing, that's a whole different conversation. But you shouldn't be doing that to begin with. And again, the overwhelming amount of evidence shows that people who marry, especially if they marry young and they stay married for decades, they are the most financially stable. Cap. This is all cap, y'all. This is all cap. I don't understand. Like I said, I don't understand the need sometimes for folks to try to downplay marriage. It's especially when this is the very thing. I mean, there are other benefits to marriage than just financial stability. Like, I mean, legacy, building a family in a stable home. There's so many different benefits, but one of them is financial. And post-recession, with Black single mothers and Black women being the most at risk for eviction, we're really going around and lying to these women and telling them they can have a soft life away from men, away from Black who are the most likely to marry them, and they're going to be okay and getting evicted. Do you see how this stuff is toxic? Do you see how this stuff hurts women? It's all based upon narrative, and it's all based upon my personal opinion, just hurt feelings. It's like nobody who grew up with a functional family or saw people with functional, healthy families believes this. At best, you would believe, okay, yeah, there are some toxic people out there. There are some toxic men. There are some toxic Black men, but there are some good ones. That's what you would actually believe if you had a more balanced experience, if you had seen the good and the bad. So the only person who would walk away with that conclusion is somebody who has never experienced anything good. And that's actually sad,